Which crypto coins am I bullish on right now? Which coins would I buy if I wanted the most amount of gains over the next couple of months as the bull run is picking up? Well, I can tell you it's not that easy of an answer because I hold multiple different cryptos for multiple different reasons. But still, I wanted to make a video here on which 10 coins or so that I'd go for if I didn't want to think about it too much. I just wanted to buy some coins and forget, look back in a year and hopefully see tons of profit. These are some of the coins I'd go for in no particular order. And as always, guys, if you've not done it yet, make sure you go ahead and press that like button on the video. And if you'd like more crypto videos, you might want to subscribe. But hey, that is up to you. If I wanted to pick a couple of different coins to hold for the next year or so, I would probably not go with Bitcoin, but it kind of depends on how far along into my journey I am. If I already had a good amount of money, and the bigger idea here being, I want to go not for really a risky portfolio. I'm not looking to turn $1,000 into 20,000. I'm looking to turn 400,000 into 1 million, for example. I'd probably go more for some of these top coins. But the reason I won't really mention them now is because I think if you're trying to turn $1,000 into 20,000 or so over the next couple of months, next couple of years, Ethereum will do well, but I don't think it will do more than a 4x. I don't think it's going to go past $10,000 over the next few months. And same thing for Bitcoin. I don't think we're going to go above $150,000 in the next 2 years. So the gains are pretty huge, but still minimal in comparison to what I think some other coins can do. And a good example of crazy gains is even a coin in like the top 20 can still do massively. Solana was like $10 just a few months ago. Right now it's sitting at $43 billion. And I think those gains came in like a year, if not less. So it went from 3 billion to like 40 billion in the span of a year. And right now it's in the 5th position. So from that perspective, the only ones I have to stay clear of are just the ones at the top of the top. But even $3 billion, or even coins in like the 20th spot or so, are all potentials because I still think most of these can do an easy 10 or even 20x. Anyway, the first coin I'd look into is Optimism. Of course, we got to start this list out optimistic, right? In all seriousness, I covered this coin, I think for the last time when it was trading at about $1.60, which was like a few weeks ago. It was the top coin in my top 3 list, I believe. But right now, even at $3.80, I don't think it's actually too bad. I still think it could do some massive gains over the next few months. And even at $20, I wouldn't be satisfied in terms of pricing. I think it could do significantly more, especially as the Ethereum ETFs roll around and the ecosystem will keep blowing up. A second coin on the list would be Celestia. I have to give a caveat here, which is if you're not going to stake Celestia, this might actually not be the best coin to go for because the APYs are pretty high. And I think a lot of the holders will be getting massive airdrops. If you're not going for all of it though, you're wasting like half the potential of Celestia. And so I'm not sure if it's the best coin for you then. But if you're wondering about how to do all that, I've got 2 tutorials on my channel, maybe even 3 on exactly how to get airdrops from Celestia and how to stake it. So just check on my channel for like airdrop guides, you'll find it. One of the other coins I think could do really well over the next few months is SUI. Now, don't look at the performance of today. It's up like 35% because all cryptos are going wild. And this video is not meant to basically speculate on the prices for just a few days. I would even say that SUI is up so much, it kind of feels annoying to buy it when you could have bought it like 20 hours ago for 80 cents to now buy it at $1.10. But I don't like to fall into this sunk cost fallacy. I like to just think about the future value that I think it would have. And this one right now at $1.1 billion, I think it's still rather low in comparison to where it eventually is going to be. I think this could easily at some point be a $40 billion project as well. Then again, circulating supply is still pretty low. And it's just a coin I think is pretty undervalued, but I wouldn't say it's my top pick. It's just one of the coins I think as of this point are pretty undervalued and that I like to have in my portfolio. Because those guys are building hard, they're trying their best. And as of this point, there's some excitement, yeah. But most people don't know anything about Sui just quite yet, but I think over the next few months that will change. Now, I also think it's quite important to include some gaming coins, AI type of coins, or something along those lines in a portfolio. A couple of coins I think are worth looking into are coins like Render. I literally think this coin can be one of the best performers out of everything. It kind of match the performance of something like Filecoin, which right now is significantly higher than Render is. But since Filecoin hasn't got hype and Render has, I do believe Render can do significantly better. Because obviously getting to Filecoin would only be doubling in price. I think Render has some really good future potential. And in that same boat, as I just said, I try to buy as many AI coins as possible because I thought the next big run, there's actually 5 different sectors that will probably blow up, but 2 of which are AI and gaming. So anything in that field is worth stacking up on because even though you're not sure which of those coins is going to do the best, they have an extremely high likelihood of not doing bad over the next few months. So those I'd definitely add to my portfolio. To be honest with you, I still think some coins like Arbitrum, even though they're already worth a ton, right? This one is also the 35th in the market cap, is still worth it. I still think adding Arbitrum to a portfolio is not stupid, even though from the last time I covered it on the channel, it's already doubled, just like Optimism did, going from about $1.30, I think the last video, to right now $2.20. I do believe Arbitrum will be trading at $30 plus this bull run still. I think actually significantly higher, but hey, that's just a little minimum that I'm putting it on. And so it's got a pretty juicy chunk in my portfolio, and it's pretty funny how that's changed over the last couple of weeks. Because again, in terms of supply, it's pretty similar to SUI, to which extent I'm saying, hey, be a little bit careful. But then looking at this, look at the volume in respect to the market cap. They're huge, and for very good reason. I also noticed a lot of comments about stacks because I think Optimism, Stacks, and one more crypto were my top cryptos in a list. I think 𝗬𝗧, and all 3 of them did so well. I saw some questions as to whether or not I'm still holding it. And yes, even though the last time we covered it, I think it was 80 cents a week or 2 ago as well. It feels like, these prices move really quickly. I think the last time we covered it was the end of December maybe, but it feels like, I think it was like $1. No, even below $1, like 99 cents the last time I covered it in a video. It's still worth stacking up. Once more, a lot of the coins I'm showing you here are top coins. And the reason I'm doing so is because if I'm going way lower down the rankings, right, I keep lowering the probability of having coins that will do well if I forget about them. Like a coin like Stacks, I think will just keep increasing over time. I don't think there's too much maintenance necessary. I just buy and forget. And I have to tell you that so many coins that I thought would do well because they're top of the top coins ended up not doing too well anymore because this time the market's just so different than last run. And that's the thing with crypto. Every single cycle, the coins that pop off change. So you have to be there every time or you're going to miss out. But since the altcoin season is starting to pick up right now, these are some of the coins I'm mostly interested in right now. And if things change, I'll definitely keep you guys up to date, which is why I always say, if you don't have your notification bell on, if you're not around updating yourself every now and then, you might not get the most out of your crypto portfolio. But what I just do is I buy some coins knowing I'm going to hold it for at least a year or so. And if I change my mind about certain cryptos, I'll just add and not add the cryptos that I've changed my mind about. This way, I will never regret anything, and that's my main objective, to minimize regret. I'd rather buy a coin and it ends up not pumping too much than selling a coin and tomorrow it's up like 1,000%. I can't hold it. My heart can't handle that. What I can't handle though is buying some coins that end up not doing so well. But I think a lot of the coins I've covered here are top coins. One other one that I really like a lot is BitTensor, Tau. Again, in this AI sector, I think almost every coin will do well. I'm never really happy when the circulating supply is quite low still, but to a certain extent, it doesn't matter too much when the supply can increase by 3-fold, but the price can increase by what? Let's say. And you might wonder why I didn't put a lot of really hyped up projects in here, like MIRO or a Dogecoin or a Shiba Inu or a BONK or a 𝗕𝗃. Most of these will do well. If the bull run comes up, I think literally only buying meme coins is not even a stupid idea. Because as the market progresses and excitement picks up, these will all do well. However, you've got a really interesting time window where if you don't sell these cryptos at the right spot, they're also some of the first ones to lose all their value. And with these coins, they could literally go to zero any day because it's just jokes. Whereas with, you could make the argument that, no, they've built metaverses, no, they've built this, but it's just jokes, right? We're just buying it for fun. Whereas with a lot of the projects I've just shown you, there's so much on the underlying building front that I think even if the hype were to die out, they really won't go down as much. Obviously, as the bear market rolls around, most coins will die out, but it will take a lot more time, you have way more time to react than with meme coins, which are, by the way, as of this point, still down like 90%. Then again, I will tell you that as of this point, the altcoin season is just starting. And it will be only over the next few weeks to months that we'll really get the good glimpse of what the next most important areas are going to be. For example, one that's interesting is real world assets, but which of the projects is going to do the best? That's so hard to say. There are many of them that have been in the hype for a bit, but none that have really stood at top of the top. So as of this point, even I wouldn't know which coin would be best to go for. One area that's always interesting is launchpad tokens, because you need to buy those tokens in order to get access to early sales of cryptos. But again, the question is going to be which of the launchpads is going to be performing the best, which is going to get access to the latest and best sales. You don't know until we're a little bit further into the cycle. And so the best thing I can recommend you, if you're looking for the best cryptos to buy, if you're looking to start a juicy crypto portfolio, is to just stick around the channel and see whatever's most popping, because we'll talk about it. Again, over the last decade of being in crypto, so many things have changed, and they change every single year, every single cycle. You can't predict everything up front. What I just mentioned today are a couple of cryptos I'm holding for a very long time, and two additional ones that are interesting now are right now as we speak, are XRP and Ethereum, because the Bitcoin ETF was just approved, and I believe that Ethereum and XRP ETFs are coming next. So those two have a really interesting rally coming for them if that were to be the case. But honestly, like logically, there's something bullish to be said about nearly every crypto that's here. So it depends on your investment style. It depends on, are you able to stake? Are you able to do something with that crypto? Or are you just going to hold it in a wallet forever? It depends on how risk on you want to be. And it depends on how often you like to change it out, or how many different cryptos you'd like to buy. But the ones I've just mentioned here are some that I really think will do the best of the best, regardless of cycle, regardless of hype. The ones I've just talked about I think will be juicy. But as things change, I'll obviously be covering it on this channel. So if you're not subscribed yet, you might want to do that right now. And I'll catch you guys with another airdrop tutorial very soon. Another specific top coins that I'd buy if I only had like $100 or so. I'll make a video about that. And if you guys have any other thing you'd like to know about, just comment down below which coin you'd like me to talk about next, and I'll talk about it.